Certainly looking for some relief today.
Definitely. Meteorologist Julie Broughton is in our Pinpoint Weather Center, pinpointing your forecast for tonight. Julie, how are things looking?
It was a rough go for those folks, as we saw, and right now they're dry. They've been dry throughout much of the day. However, we have more rain coming as we head through the evening hours, and some spots have already seen some heavy rain today. This is the estimate over the past 3 hours. Where you see the yellow, that shows where we've seen around 3 to 4 inches of rain already, and some of those heavier showers, as all of those have been riding to the north. Downtown Orlando, we can see the skies beginning to cloud over a little bit on our light Orlando Delivering Hope Together camera, where we are sitting at 82 degrees under partly cloudy skies, but it feels like 90. Now here's a look at the radar. You'll notice where we're seeing the rain, it is pretty heavy. Some of these showers beginning to rain themselves out a little bit. We can go in a little bit closer into Osceola County, where over New Eden down toward Harmony, Hollipaw, you are seeing some heavy rain. That goes back down toward Deer Park as well. And remember, all of this is riding to the north and beginning to move into Orange County. As we take a look back to the west of downtown Orlando over toward Claremont, Astatula, really getting some heavy rain right now. And if you are up toward Coleman and the Villages, you're also seeing quite a bit of lightning as well. This is lifting to the north and will move into the Bellevue area, it looks like, in the next half hour or so. But our rain chances do stay elevated for the next several days. We'll talk more about that and take a look at the tropics for you coming up in just a few minutes.
All right, Julie, thank you. Some good news tonight about a tragic story. We're told it was crazy.
Lisa, when you look back at that Sky 6 video and you think about the fact that you were in the middle of it, did it feel like it was that many people at the time?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes, it was packed, and it was like these people were A-list celebrities, and I mean the passion, the excitement, the energy. People from all over the state coming out to cheer them on. It was so fun going into it. I mean, we've all been to parades before. And you're standing on the sidewalk and maybe waving a flag,
asking for some beads.
But it was like stuff came through with the Orlando Magic, Nitro, and people
Mickey Mouse,
and they were excited to see them. But when those boys came down the street, it just went wild. Yeah, and it was so cool to see. And as I been saying earlier, we were talking with some police officers. They were estimating, and this is not official, but maybe 30,000 people.
Would not surprise me in the slightest.
I mean,
would not
and they
surprise
had
me.
Sunrail service. People were biking in because of the parking situation.
That's pretty incredible.
People were determined to go out there and celebrate those boys, which was wonderful.
What a special day.
It really was, yes.
I mean, it's incredible.
And if the weather was beautiful. We didn't have any rain, which was nice. It was a little hot out there, Julie.
Yeah, I was worried. There were showers in the area, but, it held up, so we were in good shape. Looks like a great time out there. Here's what we're dealing with right now on our Labor Day afternoon. Some pockets of really heavy rain and a lot of spots. If you're up in Flagler County, up toward the Palm Coast area, you are seeing really heavy rain right along I-95 Marineland, back down through Palm Coast, as well as down toward Bimini. You're seeing, again, around 2 to 4 inches of rain possible falling in some of these spots as we take you back down into Marion County. I want to get down to the Villages for you. That is where we are seeing a lot of lightning as well. So I'll pull back out and then so I can go back in a little bit closer for you. But notice all this lightning clustered right along the Sumter County, Marion County line, affecting areas like Wildwood, right along I-75, Monarch, Coleman, seeing some of that heavy rain. And also our friends in Brevard County, extreme southern Brevard County, don't want to leave you out down toward Grant, Valkyria, and Mico. That's where we are also seeing some stronger storms moving off to the north, riding out of Indian River County. And all of this is moving to the north. We have that deep tropical moisture in place, fueling those showers. That means we are looking at a wet next several days across central Florida. Downtown Orlando, on our light Orlando Delivering Hope Together camera, showing clouds beginning to thicken. We're picking up some rain officially at MCO, 79 degrees right now. It feels like 82 degrees. Elsewhere, we're looking at 84 in Leesburg. If you're in the Villages, you're at 88, 81 right now in Daytona Beach, and 82 if you are in Melbourne. Now, here's your hour-by-hour forecast. We always ask you to pin your pets, and I haven't gotten many cats lately, so I had to use my own judgy cat. That's Olive. So 79 degrees at 8 o'clock with a 20% chance of rain. That's where we leave it through 9 o'clock in the upper 70s. Head to clickorlando.com/pins and show us your pet photos. We love sharing those. Here's the water vapor imagery. This shows us what's going on in the mid and upper levels of the atmosphere as far as moisture levels, and this really tells the story of our forecast over the next several days. Look at all these explosions of green and white. That shows us where that deep tropical moisture is riding to the north over along the coast of Texas. There's a broad trough that the National Hurricane Center had been monitoring. Looks like that's going to move inland, so we're not expecting any further tropical development with that. It is a rainmaker for those folks, and a front stalling to our north is going to try to wiggle a little bit closer to central Florida. And again, that's keeping keeping our rain chances at 70% all the way through the weekend. Clouds and rain forecast for you. We stop it at 9 o'clock. Notice all the red, magenta, orange, and yellow stretching down from Orlando up through Ocala. That's where we could still be tracking some moderate to heavy rain. Even at 10 o'clock, still a few isolated showers before we clear things out by around 11 o'clock. Taking you to the tropics now, 3 areas the National Hurricane Center has been watching. This near the Cabo Verde Islands. 40% chance of development over the next 7 days. Looks like that will likely turn to the north before it could be a factor for us. This wave through the Lesser Antilles looks like it will stay to the south, heading into Mexico. And then again, that trough I just showed you along the coast of Texas, looks like that should move inland and not develop further as we end of the day tomorrow. Now, here's your Pinpoint accurate forecast.
Your forecast brought to you by Napleton Chrysler Jeep Dodge.
77 for our overnight low. Again, some showers lingering into the evening. Next 7 days, 92 for your high tomorrow. Rain chances at 70%. And really, it's kind of a rinse and repeat forecast with those higher than normal rain chances every single day. Temperatures hovering right in the normal range with overnight lows in the mid 70s. So keep the rain gear handy for the next several days.
All right, Julie, thank you. During the morning rush, you probably don't have time for many delays.
No.
Interrupted by any severe storms tonight.
Yeah, meteorologist Julie Broughton is pinpointing your forecast for us. Julie?
We'll start you out with a look at what's going on in Volusia County, where we have seen some rain out there today. This is our Daytona Toyota DeLand Kia camera out at Daytona Beach. And as you can imagine, the beach was just packed earlier today. Some showers moved through, so a lot of those folks have gone inside. Still picking up a little bit of rain, sitting at 81 degrees right now. Now, here's a look at the radar. Again, Ormond Beach in pretty good shape right now, but we are seeing some heavy rain in Flagler County. And as we go back toward the villages and into Sumter County, that's where we are seeing some of those heavier downpours, as well as a lot of lightning. And we could be seeing some gusty winds within some of this as well. We'll go in a little bit closer for you on the radar. And so that will show us what we're talking about as we go in. Notice right along I-75, very heavy rainfall through Royal, Wildwood, back down through Monarch and down toward Coleman. And we're also seeing some gusty winds within some of these heavier downpours. At times, winds gusting up to around 30 to 40 miles per hour. That has been the case. That's why there's an airport weather warning in place at OIA right now, or rather MCO right now. So we can go in a little bit closer into Orange County and show you what we're talking about as all of those showers ride to the north out of Osceola County. And that is our general storm movement today. They're continuing to roll from south to north thanks to a strong southerly flow. Now, we have picked up some hefty rainfall totals. This is our rainfall estimates from the last 6 hours, where you see those areas of yellow. Some folks have picked up close to 4 inches of rain just in the last 6 hours. Now, our rain chances do stay high this week. We'll talk about how high coming up in just a few minutes.
All right, Julie, thank you. And we are taking a closer look at the consequences on our coast from years of storms and waves and what the state plans to do about that.
Crews are set to start work this week on a new seawall in Volusia County. News 6's Catherine Silver shows us what to expect and why it's needed.
Like there are 17 million people right in my line.
In the lane that you picked,
yes.
and they personally said, Lisa's in that line. I'm going to get in that line.
All right, Julie Broughton is standing by. Julie, I was out at the beach yesterday when we had all that rain here. It was nice out there yesterday. It seems like today the rules have been reversed a bit.
We are seeing some heavy showers on the coast. Really, we're seeing pretty widespread rain today. I'm glad you had a nice beach weekend. Lots of people were enjoying the beach earlier today. Well, some showers have moved into Daytona Beach now. Here's what it looks like for you in downtown Orlando. This is our Light Orlando Delivering Hope Together camera. You can see some blue sky beginning to peek out there, but we are seeing some rain off in the distance, officially coming in at 77 degrees in Orlando. And we are going to continue to see showers for at least the next couple of hours. Now, our afternoon highs today, we were right in the normal range. We went to 91. That is normal. We started our day at 75, and we'll keep our highs in the low 90s for the next several days. Radar scanning out for us, showing some heavy activity. We'll start out with what's going on in Flagler County. You are under a special weather statement. That is until 6 o'clock. Look at all this red. So from Marineland down through Palm Coast, back down toward Bunnell, you are seeing that heavy rain. And as we loop the radar for you, you can see how erratic these showers and storms are moving. Most of the storms today have been traveling off to the north. This one is actually drifting very slowly to the south. As it does so, it's producing winds around 40 miles per hour. So we are looking at some rough conditions moving toward Beverly Beach and Flagler Beach. Back down toward Brevard County, looking a whole lot better. A lot of these storms kind of rain themselves out. However, over West Orange County, we're also seeing some stronger activity now beginning to drift a little bit toward the east. That is right along State Road 50 in the Gotha area. You can see that drifting to the the east, moving up toward Ocoee as well. Back toward Lake County, also seeing some of that heavy rain now beginning to move toward the east. So the storms are moving slowly and erratically today. That's why flooding will be a concern for us. And we are keeping our rain chances elevated at 70% as we head through the next several days. Now, if you're heading out for a walk this evening, your hour-by-hour forecast featuring Chopper showing still tracking some showers, a 40% chance of rain at 7 o'clock. We begin to trim that back by 9 o'clock with temperatures at 78 degrees at 9 o'clock. Head to clickorlando.com/pins to share your weather and your pet photos. I personally really like the pet photos. Satellite and radar imagery from across the southeast showing a front to our north. This front's going to kind of drop to the north and begin to stall out. And we're seeing a lot of deep tropical moisture surging to the north. We can see that a little bit better on the water vapor imagery. This shows us how things are looking in the mid and upper levels of the atmosphere regarding moisture content. And you'll see all the green and white riding up from the south. That shows us that deep moisture that is fueling those showers and storms. Here's how it looks as we roll you through the evening hours. This is our clouds and rain forecast. We stop the clock there at 9 o'clock. Notice still some heavy rain along I-75 down through Ocala toward the Villages, back down toward Leesburg. These showers will wrap up slowly tonight, still even lingering around with some pockets of moderate rainfall around 10 o'clock before most of us should be dry at 11. Check of the tropics for you. We are now in September, so things will be heating up for us. The peak of hurricane season is September 10th. We are watching 3 areas, none of these an immediate concern for us. It looks like this wave in the Lesser Antilles should stay well to the south. This area over in the Gulf of Mexico, that should move inland tomorrow and kind of dissipate. And then the wave well off to our east, that should turn to the north before it would have a factor on our weather. But of course, we will be watching all of this very closely for you. Now, here's your Pinpoint accurate forecast.
Your forecast is sponsored by Publix.
Overnight, our low goes down to 77 degrees. Expect those showers hanging around through the evening, and we'll have some clouds as well. And then taking you through the next 7 days, again, those rain chances really high every single day at 70%. Our afternoon highs will be right in the normal range in the low 90s, morning lows in the mid 70s. But bottom line, this is a week we need to keep our rain gear handy.
All right, Julie, thank you. Coming up, we'll have a look at the top trending stories on clickorlando.com.